Hello, third semester spring 2017 students. Welcome to Nursing 281. This is going to be the syllabus review, and hopefully you'll have done this before you come to class on the first day, which is January the, 26th. I'm Sue Simpson. You'll get to know me. So here is the syllabus. Table of contents, our conceptual framework, which you're all very familiar with. The hierarchy of human needs, you're familiar with that as well. And let's start here on page 5. So, my name is Sue Simpson. Like I said, I'm the theory and clinical oversight faculty. And these are the numbers that you can get me at. I have another number that I'll give you, which is my cell number. It's 760-805-7944. And your clinical instructors are Robert Hernandez, Gianna Carey, they're at Tri-City, Rex Batista, he's at Palomar Health, Escondido campus, and Melissa Yeager and Joan Balahadia are the Kaiser faculty. So this is a 6.5 unit class. It's the biggest one you've had yet, and we will cover a lot of things. There is a lot of reading. You need to stay up on it and read in advance prior to coming to class because we build on what you've read. I'm not going to regurgitate Iggy for you. So here are the course materials. Primarily you want to use Ignatavicius 8th edition and the ATI MedSurg 9.0 edition is very helpful as well. The other ones are ones you already have. There is a quick look at nursing Madeira Pathophysiology, this one right here. It's an excellent book and would help you in 4th semester as well. Course requirements, you can read this. You need to attend all class sessions. You're responsible for all the course content. That includes material that's covered in the required readings, and you're assigned journal articles and all the online lectures that are presented for you on Blackboard. We'll go over that in another video. Here's your student learning outcomes, the institutional student learning outcomes, and student performance outcomes. If you have a disability, please work with the DSPS office, who will notify me or have you notify me. Academic integrity is important. We are committed to the philosophy to assist our students, and we believe in effective communication and critical thinking, and that what you submit is your own work. Internet access, just be aware of what you're looking at on the internet when you're on the public computers in the library. Some nursing content may be offensive to others. Student or college support services are available to you. Beepers and cell phones, I don't think anybody owns a beeper anymore. If you have a cell phone, please put it on vibrate. I do encourage you to bring electronics into the classroom, laptop. We do use your cell phones a little bit for some clicker kind of behavior and with the program. Tutoring and study groups. Dr. Burke has tutoring sessions scheduled throughout the semester, and I encourage you to go to those as well as get study groups together. Here's the grading information. During this semester, you will be doing a pharmacology examination for ATI that's worth 15 points. Your clinical prep worksheets that you do in clinical, they're worth 10 points each, and a total of 50. And your clinical instructors will discuss with you as to how to submit those. There is one big assignment. It's called the Well Elder or the Super Senior assignment. It's worth 110 points. And the there's 4 exams, each worth 50, 5 in-class pop quizzes, which are 5 points each, and then the cumulative final, which is 100 points, and it's a total of 500. There is an option for you to get bonus points or participation points. 5 points if you attend a professional conference, continuing education class. Also, I put it out earlier that if you did the homeless count, I'm going to give people credit for that. And the final point distribution is here. Here's the dates of our exams. They are all online exams. I know you're used to that because Johanna taught you all about that. And they will be all in room 1201 in the library, as well as your pharmacology exam. If you're planning to drop this class and get your money back, February 2nd is the date, and the last day to withdraw without getting a letter grade or just a W is the 27th of April. Our theory and clinical objectives are here. They will relate to the content that you're given, and I will make the test plan up based on these. So you do need to read through these and get familiar with them because that's what you're tested on. Let's keep going down here. I put the academic calendar in here so everybody knows what days are actual college days and what days are holidays. As you can see here, February the 18th is a holiday, so there's no clinical on that Saturday and no clinical on the 25th. Well, none this week. That's spring break. Hallelujah. And here's our course schedule. This is really a quick look at what's going to happen every week. I try to put everything on here. It also gives you the readings. You can check with that on Blackboard as well. And it's important to follow these along. We have a skills-a-thon coming up on the 4th of February, and then the first exam is on the 9th. On exam days, I don't have lecture after exams. I know you haven't read, and there's no point in doing it unless I'm crunched for time, but I was able to drag it out so that you wouldn't have a lecture on exam days. All exams are at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here's a special one, 216. This is an online class for the first half of cancer, and that will be, lectures will be done all online, and then I'll come back on the 23rd, and then on the March the 2nd, Dr. Burke will be guest lecturing that day. So those are the days that are unusual. So I'm sure you'll study this quite well. Your Well Elder assignment counts for 12 clinical hours and 100 points. And what you need to do is find an elderly person or a super senior, someone who lives at home independently, who is 70 years of age or older and is willing to have you come and visit them 5 to 6 times over the course of the semester, or the first half of the semester, so that you can have get some information from them. You're going to be talking to them. It needs to be submitted by April the 5th, I see right there. So you're going to talk to them about, you're going to do a health assessment to begin with, and it's a verbal. You're not going to do an assessment with your stethoscope. You're not going to do a hands-on. It's a verbal health history. And then you're going to assess home safety and home environment, nutritional education, reminiscence, health promotion, and then all of this information that you gather is going to help you write your cumulative paper, which is then handed in to me. The other ones are submitted to your clinical instructors. So what you are looking at is after you've completed your interviews, you're going to find some research that supports your findings. So, for example, if you find that your patient has polypharmacy, or your well elder, super senior, they're not patients, they're healthy. Maybe they have a lot of medications going on, and so you're maybe suspicious of polypharmacy. That would be the direction you would go and do your research paper in. So it supports the findings of what you find when you do your interviews. And here's the description of how to do the paper and some resources for you. Prior to handing the paper in to me, you are going to peer review it. So here's your peer review partners, and then the 3 at the bottom, Houston, Kelly, and Danielle. You're going to do a 3-way swap. Here is the checklist for your peer paper, and that's just going to help you get that paper just awesome by the time it gets to me for grading. Next is your portfolio, and I know you worked with Staff Garden on the Staff Garden already. It's not graded for points this time, but it is graded and submitted to your clinical instructors, and they will give you feedback. It's always good to have as many eyes on it as you possibly can. I will look at it again when you're in 4th semester during your leadership and current trends class. So your rotations are here, as well as the hospice rotation. You can take a look at that and look very carefully. Those of you who are going to seasons, you need to make arrangements for the date directly with Elbro Daniel, the staff development manager, and he will set up a date that will work with you during that particular week that you're assigned. The clinical evaluation process is here, and each clinical group will go over that with you. Your clinical rotation. I do want to point out to you that we have 2 simulations that are coming up. Make sure you're available on these dates. They are Mondays for Tri-City students, and for Kaiser and PPH students, one is a Saturday and one is a Wednesday. And they are far enough in the future that you will be able to get the time off from work. Clinical expectations are there as well, and your clinical instructor will go over all of these things when they do orientation with you. Here is the section about hospice and what you are going to do when you go on your hospice visit. Your weekly threaded journal, here the outline of the our expectations of what we expect that you are writing in your journal. Remember, it's a journal that is self-reflecting. It's not a journal that is summarizing your day in the hospital and your patient. It's summarizing how you did in the hospital and your actions and tasks and behaviors. It's meant to be an introspective, so make sure you do that. The critical elements for evaluation, we take this very seriously in 3rd semester. We expect that you will follow these and perform with these guidelines. And finally, your clinical performance evaluation, that's given to you at the end of the semester. First of all, you're going to do your self-evaluation and then hand it into your clinical faculty, and they will do an evaluation on you as well, and then meet with you at the end to discuss it. So that completes looking at the syllabus, and I'm looking forward to a great semester with all of you.